Today's game on KFJB-tv is brought to you by Assured Partners, Boy Scouts of America, Edward Jones, Agent Zach Wall, Embers Retirement Community, Honest Heating and Cooling, Jensen Ford, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wayward Social, Zeno's, Wandering Creek, Wells Fargo Advisors, Laurel Diesel Services, Calvin Rocket, your Marshalltown Hy-Vee, Central State Bank. To Tipoff on your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-tv.
Welcome inside the Roundhouse. It is the season tip-off on a Super Tuesday. I'm Brandon Lewis, still in Doze alongside me as the boys season gets going tonight here on KFJB-tv. Great to have you tuned in as the season gets going tonight. A whole new, fresh roster. I mean, literally everybody that we were accustomed to seeing last year for the Marshalltown Bobcats has moved on or is injured right now. Trayshawn Brooks, one of the big returners for the Bobcats, out with an injury. He's got that knee brace on for another 6 days. He's rehabbing, but this is a team we're going to have to learn a lot about on the fly here tonight.
Yeah, this team's going to look a lot different. Even the names that you know and you saw last year are going to be in different roles, bigger roles, from Corey Smith, Rogelio Sayre, and Carter Giannetto, all much expanded roles, and really hoping for those sophomores and Jacob Hayes and really Kyle Smith to be able to step up and take that next step for the Bobcats to be successful.
It's a lot to handle for some, though,
yes.
Right? I mean, there's a lot of expectations as far as, you want to go out, you want to perform, but there's some guys being put in some roles where you're going to find out whether you're made for it or not.
Yeah, with the ball in Trayshawn Brooks' hands, there is not a guard in this league that can consistently keep him out of the paint. Without Trayshawn Brooks, that makes everybody's job harder. Is a new offense this year. We'll talk about it more coming up, but a new offense called Phoenix that's going to basically be 5 out, and you're going to see a lot of shots, a lot of perimeter play. And Trayshawn, when he's playing, is going to make that thing really go. Now everybody off a little bit. We'll learn a lot here tonight.
Head coach Michael Apple entering his 6th season here tonight, and, it's one of those things where it seems like every year he's had a little bit of a different piece that he's had to manage of the game. Last year, it was a good inside post presence that they started the season with. A couple of years ago, it was Armani Thomas. A little bit like what we're going to see this season with Trayshawn Brooks driving in, kicking out to the open guys. Hats off to him as he's known and seen some of that stuff to adjust.
Yeah, very much so. Last year the season did not end the way it started. We really thought, even talking to different people, that was a state qualifying team. End of the year, a lot of different things happened to make that not the case. But this year, putting the keys in the hand where this team is a little bit different. A couple years ago, Armani Brooks, one of the best players in Bobcat history. That's not really debatable. But Trey Brooks is a different type of point guard. He's a pass-first point guard, very unselfish, is not someone that wants to shoot first. He makes his team better, and I really think it's hard to say what this team can be without Trey in that driver's seat.
Well, we know Carter Giannetto going to have to do a lot here tonight as he'll be the guy, the point guard. He's going to go play basketball next season at Simpson, and we'll see how he does on his senior season. Opening night of the high school basketball season. We will take a look around the conference. Coming up next, this is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership. with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
It's Adventure On for Marshalltown Scouting. Adventures like backpacking, ziplining, rock climbing, canoeing, swimming, and more. Survival skills for a Scout's greatest adventure, life. Scouts give back to the community. Marshalltown Scouts have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community in our 70-plus year history. Scout leaders are highly trained in Screen. Parents are a huge part of Scouting, too. Scouting provides unique opportunities available nowhere else. To learn more about Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure On.
Welcome back inside the Roundhouse on a Super Tuesday. Girls game just about ready to wrap up in a couple minutes from now. Right now, 44-8. Bobcats are trailing the Roughriders as the Bobcats will drop to 1-1 on the season after an opening season victory against the South Tama Trojans last Tuesday night to open up the girls' basketball season. Let's take a look around the conference here tonight, keeping our eye on some pretty good games around the Iowa Lions Conference, including Fort Dodge and Clear Lake. We'll see how the Dodgers get going. They are 0-1 already in Mason City and Des Moines North. Any other games you're keeping an eye on tonight, Dylan?
I'll look a little bit at that Fort Dodge Clear Lake, as you had mentioned, but I also just here in the region, Colonesco-Baxter, a smaller matchup, but usually Colonesco has had a history. I actually was just watching their 1989 Boys State Championship game on YouTube the other day.
How'd that go for you?
That was a state championship team. It's the Brian Wildeboer team, which many know that he was battling leukemia through that run.
Wow.
A big story, and 34 years ago.
Des Moines East takes on Cedar Rapids, Washington, and Iowa Lions South Conference action tonight. So we'll keep you up to date as the night goes along. Speaking of Des Moines East, they're without one of their best players from a year ago, Tyron Wright. He played at East last year, 14 points per game, nearly 10 rebounds per game. Where is he at? Oh, he's playing for Roosevelt tonight. Here, we'll talk about that. It is Transfer Central for the Roosevelt Roughriders. A lot of new faces. Boy, they've got some good pieces. We'll take a look at that coming up. This has been a look around the conference here tonight on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This is Lindsay, Director of the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The holidays are a very special time at the Embers. We decorate the common areas with beautiful, festive decorations. Our residents personalize their apartments with their own decorations too. Family members from around the area and the country come to visit their loved ones. It's a fun time of the year, full of warmth. This time next year, you could be decorating your own apartment. Wishing you a safe and Merry Christmas from the Embers Retirement Community.
Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button on youtube.com/@KFJB-TV to get upcoming game alerts and upcoming show alerts with Bobcat Live. There's Amira Johnson, jumper at the free throw line. She is a really good freshman. I know the Bobcats down 44-15 right now, but I tell you what, this is a team that if they can continue to play well, get things going, get the freshmen in there integrated, and, not turn the basketball over. This is a team that I think as the season goes along, they could really be, special on that girls' side.
Well, tonight you're seeing Millie Heitman's a primary ball handler. Really like what you see with number 3 freshman. She had a great night the other night against South Tama. But the starting backcourt is injured. Sarah Huffman, Kinsley Bowie, they're injured. They will not start the year. You're seeing some improved post play. I think there's a lot to like about this team.
Not seeing Sydney Capeyu tonight as well.
So last year at the end of the season, 2 of those starters are playing here tonight. 3 of them are in street clothes, so to speak. So I think there's a lot to like about it. I know with the freshman guard, she's just going to continually grow. She's got handles and wiggle that the other girls just don't have.
Yeah, she's got that ability to steal it and take it all the way to the rack, which she did last week. So fun to see. Unfortunately, it looks like the ladies going to fall by a final score of 44-13. I thought they forgot to put the 2 points by Mira Johnson on the scoreboard, but that's how it's going to roll out here tonight. 44-13, the final in the girls' game as the Marshalltown Bobcat ladies drop to 1-1 on the season. All right, let's get to our scouting report tonight on the Roosevelt Roughriders on the boys' side of things. Dylan, Roughriders, a lot of transfer in.
Yeah, there's just a lot of – you mentioned one right there in Tyron Wright, but really the one I'm looking for is not a transfer in, but it's a coming up to that varsity level, and that's that is Charlie King, number 11. We know Sam King from last year, 6'3" freshman. He's somebody that I definitely want to keep an eye on, but they're just big. You look across the board, yes, they have a 7-footer on the roster, not really expecting a lot of play out of there, but they're 6'5", 6'5", 6'5", 6'4", 6'3", and Marshalltown is not.
Yeah, that is for sure. As one of the tallest starters on the team for the Bobcats, 6'1", in Rogelio Sarin. Kyle Smith, 6'3", and a sophomore, but he's definitely a wiry frame.
Yeah, last year Kyle was about 5'10", 5'11", and I really thought when he elevated from that freshman class, he was going to make a big impact right away. He just wasn't physically ready last year. Now 4 inches taller. But, yeah, he is not a guy that's going to play with his back to the basket. Getting guys off the bench that are 6'2", 6'3", are not back to the basket. Really, that post presence may come in the junior in being Lamar Johnson. He sits at 6 foot, but he has always rebounded far above his height.
Yeah. Be fun to see tonight as the Bobcats make their way out on the floor to get warmed up for tonight's contest. You know, what really scares me about the Roosevelt Roughriders, though, tonight, their bench. You have Dane Guy coming off the bench. He had 9 points, 4 rebounds against the Bobcats as he played for Lincoln last year in that playoff game. And Zosh Collins, he's coming off the bench. He had 7 points, 3 rebounds in one game last year. Also coming off the bench, Jakari Patton. He is the younger brother of Jamison Patton, who's not a starting safety, but he plays safety at Iowa State University. So there's, again, Marquise Harvey-Bell, a transfer from Hoover. Just a lot of pieces coming in here that makes them a really deep team.
Yeah, and you look at in the Des Moines proper, the public school system, you know, we talk about Johnson, we talk about Waukee, but if you just talk about that Des Moines public school system, Roosevelt sits at the top of there. They always have. It's a great resources, a lot of good talent. Really, especially in this conference, if you can add scoring off the bench, that gives you an asset that not many teams boast here in Central Iowa.
That is for sure. We are counting you down to tip-off tonight inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse as the Bobcats take on the Roosevelt Roughriders. Your Cat Connection as well as a pregame chat with head coach Michael Apple on the way. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
My furnace from 1990 is kind of like my husband. Doesn't perform very well, but I'd rather fix it than replace it.
Like you, Honest Heating and Cooling would rather repair your furnace or AC. We take the time to diagnose the issue and do everything possible to restore it before recommending a new one. Repair, restore. That's Honest. Serving Marshalltown and around. Honest Heating and Cooling, your Amana dealer, America's brand for comfort. Honest Heating and Cooling.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every previous generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family for generations. We want to be there for your first car. We want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
Welcome back into the countdown to tip-off right here on KFJB-tv. I'm Brandon Lewis, now joined by Carter Giannetto for the Marshalltown Bobcats. Carter, heading into your senior season, I recently saw you committed to play down at Simpson. What was that feeling like for you?
It feels great to just get out of the way before the season, and they're a great team, and they have a great coaching staff.
Yeah, great coaching staff, great team. What kind of stood out other than that? Was it a good scheme fit for you, that kind of thing, going down there and playing?
Yeah, academically and financially, I think it's the best option I had.
Yeah, good for you. And, of course, we've seen you kind of at the point guard position, shooting guard. What's kind of your role on this team this year?
This year I'm more of a point guard right now because Trey's out with an injury, and I'm looking to just dish out the ball and get my teammates going.
You guys were 12-10 last season. Of course, good showing, taken down by Lincoln in the playoffs, a tough one. But, a lot of potential on that team and some good contributors coming back, plus some younger guys getting in the mix. What do you kind of hope for as your team gets going here to kind of mesh early on in the season?
I just think we need to get our defense going because on the defensive side, that's how you win games. And then I know we can get our offense going.
Of course, I know I saw you were out for golf. You convinced a few golfers to come out for basketball this season. What'd you say to them?
I just told them if I go out for golf, they got to go out for basketball.
All right, well, at least they held up to their end of the bargain, right?
Yeah.
What else is on tap your senior season?
I'm just looking to win games.
Well, best of luck this season, all right?
Thank you.
Yep. That is Carter Giannetto for the Marshalltown Bobcats. This is your Cat Connection right here on KFJB-TV.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to marshalltown.org.
This is Brady from Legends American Grill. The holiday season is upon us, and it's time to book your company or family get-togethers today. Legends has 2 private party rooms available to help ease with the stress and make your party a success. We even offer party package deals and banquet options to help with your planning process. Call Legends at 641-752-1237 and book your party today. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Welcome back into the Countdown to Tip-Off. It is our pregame chat with head coach Michael Apple. It is opening night in the high school boys basketball season. Our pregame chat is all brought to you by Exterior Plus Home Remodeling. Coach, I say it every year, but it never gets old. Opening night of the high school basketball season, always a special time of the year. A 22-point win for the ladies last week in their home opener. For the girls, they take on Roosevelt tonight, as well as you. But lead up to this point, always fun. That reinvigoration, I'm sure, of your love for the game of the basketball.
Yeah, it is, and our team overall. I know our guys are excited and ready to go and play in an actual game.
A lot gone from last year, including a really good leader, Drake Capeyu. Not only good on the defensive side, but such a good sharp shooter, an unselfish player, kind of a team-first guy. You lose him, plus some other guys. You come in, you bring back Carter Giannetto. How much has he kind of taken that leadership role this year?
And he's been great. He's been kind of the leader that we need as a senior, and along with, Rogelio and Corey Smith and those other guys that are seniors have done a great job of just kind of setting the tone in practice, understanding how we need to do things on a daily basis.
Some guys at the lower levels last year, including, Kyle Smith. He played in just 5 games last year, got a limited action for you. You take a look at Lamar Johnson. He was down on JV. How have those young guys kind of stepped up to the challenge?
They've been great. Their attitudes, their effort. You can tell they like to play basketball and they want to be in the gym. So all those guys have made tremendous steps this offseason and committed themselves to getting better and working on their games to put themselves in positions to play for us and have a big role in what we do.
There's been a little bit of I've heard some rumblings of a new offense this year. What's that all about?
Yeah, a little bit. Just with our guys we have, just trying to space the floor and be able to drive a little bit more. using the ball screen a little bit more than we have in the years past. So, I feel like our guys have really understood what we're trying to do and done a good job of implementing that in a short period of time. But it's just about, driving it in, making the defense close out, and then kind of our offense is initiated from there.
It seems like this team, looking at it, a little bit of a shorter team. With that, it seems like always shorter teams always put a little bit more of an emphasis on the defensive side, including the rebounding side. How well has your team kind of caught on to that?
Yeah, it's a team effort when it comes to rebounding. We don't have one guy that's just going to go grab it, every time or most of the time. It's everyone needs to understand they need to block out and have a team effort there and make it tough for the other team to get offensive rebounds.
Of course, the guy that, we're used to talking about, Trayshawn Brooks, he was injured during the football season. He averaged 9 points per game last year. His senior season going to be off without a start here tonight. But how is he doing in his road to recovery?
He's doing great. He's taking all the steps. He's doing some rehab stuff every single day. So not only that, with him being out, just as being a vocal leader and still being there and part of the team has been huge.
You take on the Roosevelt Roughriders. You split 2 games with them last year, but boy, these are 2 teams that have totally different rosters, so you can't even hardly take anything into account in going into this one from last year.
No, you really can't. It's pretty much a whole new team for Roosevelt. They bring in some good transfer guys. They're going to be very big, physical, so we got to be ready to work hard and match that physicality with playing harder.
Tongue-in-cheek transfer. 2 guys from Lincoln, 1 guy from Des Moines East, another guy from Hoover. It is crazy how the landscape has changed in high school basketball over the past few years.
It really has. It's a little different where guys can bounce around. You see it a lot more in today's game. In a first game like this, that makes it a little bit tougher because you just like we touched on, you don't really know kind of what to expect and what they're going to do. We did get the opportunity to go watch them scrimmage, Centennial, so that was helpful. So we do feel like we have a good game plan. It's just about execution now.
There's some guys on that bench that are going to come off. Dang Guy is a guy who can shoot the 3. He had some good games against Lincoln, as well as Zay Collins. He came off the bench for them last year. This is a team where, is that going to be a little bit of a matchup factor, who you're seeing bringing off the bench versus who you're bringing in to kind of counter that?
A little bit. It's just a matter of knowing personnel and understanding what we're trying to do. A huge emphasis tonight is to keep them out of the paint and rebound the ball. We're going to have to rely on them, shooting over top of us, and hopefully they miss some shots for us.
It is the Roosevelt Roughriders in town as the season tips off here tonight. Coach, final question for you. What's your key to victory tonight?
Well, we got to keep, like we just touched on there, we got to keep them out of the paint, dribble drive penetration. Obviously, they got some big guys that can post up, so we got to send some bodies at them and double them and make them kick it back out. And then, when they get a shot up, we need to make sure we get a body on guys and make it tough for them to offensive rebound the ball.
I lied. One quick question. There's been some changes to fouls, and obviously the shot clock last year was implemented. Seems like some good rules, though, here at the high school level, especially foul-wise.
Yeah, it really is. It changes the game in certain situations, being able to have those 2 free throws. And then, obviously, in the games, it changes it a lot.
This game really representing kind of the collegiate level on the women's side, it seems like now, which I think is a good brand of basketball.
No, I really like it. I think the quarters and the 5 fouls and how women's basketball does it is better than even the men's side of it. Yep.
Yeah. All right, we'll save more of our conversation on the rule changes and everything for Bobcat Live. Coming up next Thursday night, it's Coach with us here tonight, Coach Apple. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thank you.
All right, that is Michael Apple. Bobcats and the Roughriders coming up in just a little bit. We'll break down the starters for tonight's matchup right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-tv.
My name's Blake Schultz. I'm the co-owner of Exterior Plus Home Remodeling. At Exterior Plus, we truly strive to build relationships one customer at a time. And that's why we're the Midwest's #1 choice in full home remodels. Located in Marshalltown, Iowa, as well as Lincoln, Nebraska, we pride ourselves in providing quality service on time, every time. Give us a call for a free inspection and estimate at 844-261-6111. That's 844-261-6111. Thanks. Talk to you soon.
The equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Today's game on KFJB-tv is brought to you by McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. Quality furniture for every room in your home. Pence Appliance and TV. For sales and service of everything appliance, come see the Pence team. Wayward Social. The place for bowling, games, food, and more. Wells Fargo Advisors. Marshalltown. Sports Plus. Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center. SportsPlusTherapy.com.
Count it down to tip-off tonight between the Roughriders and your Marshalltown Bobcats. Well, time for tonight's starting lineups, all brought to you here tonight by Sandvik Enterprises. That's right, let Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineups. First off, for the Roosevelt Roughriders here tonight for head coach Joe Kadich. They went 14-10 last year, 6-4 in the Iowa Lions South, as they lost to Waukee Northwest 73-62 in the championship game in 4A7 last season. But their team a lot different than what we saw a year ago. Number 2, Javion Bell. They call him J Bell. 8.4 points per game. And 7.1 rebounds. He played at Des Moines Lincoln last year, a 6'4 senior starter. Number 5, Jaden Davidson, 3.3 points per game and just shy of 2 rebounds per game, a 5'11 junior. He had 8 total points against the Bobcats in 2 games last season. Number 11, Charlie King, the younger brother of Sam King. He was down in middle school last year, 6'3 freshman. He'll run the point, and if it is anything like his brother, who averaged about 15 points a game last year, a pretty good guard, Dylan.
Yeah, I think he's going to be just all right, and you get that size already, and he's just going to grow into it. But here it's his first night, first varsity ball. Seniors are a whole lot different than 8th graders.
Talking to Joe Kadich, it was number 20, Remy Taylor, who really took a step forward last year, especially late in the year, as he'll get the start tonight. He had 11 points in the second matchup against the Bobcats last season. He averaged 5 points per game along with 2.5 rebounds per game. And Tyron Wright, he played at Des Moines East last year. He ate up the Cats for dinner. He averaged 14 points per game and nearly 10 rebounds per game last season. Number 23, Tyron Wright, he had 12 points and 5 rebounds in one game and 10 points and 8 rebounds in the other game against the Bobcats. He will be a problem. Meanwhile, for the Marshalltown Bobcats, starting 5 looks like this. It'll be Carter Gianetto for Michael Apple in his 6th year getting the start. A 5'10 senior committed to play at Simpson. Averages 6 points per game last year, 2 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game, and a 68% free throw shooter. Number 10, Kyle Smith, 0 of 6 shooting last year as a freshman. The 6'3 sophomore looks to take a step forward in this season. His brother will start alongside him. They were number 10 and number 11. Number 11, Corey Smith, did not average a whole lot last year. Averaged shy of a point per game and shy of a rebound per game. A 6'1 senior. Number 24, Rogelio Sarin will get the start tonight. Same for him. Shy of a point per game and shy of a rebound per game. He'll play guard, and got to get him going here tonight. Rounding out the starting 5 for the Marshalltown Bobcats. Number 41, Lamar Johnson, a 6-foot junior, did not play on varsity as he was on JV last season. That is the starting 5 for the Marshalltown Bobcats and the Roosevelt Roughriders. Tip-off is next. It's the start of the high school boys basketball season. Next, right here on KFJB-TV.
Ready to take the next step in your education? Look no further. Marshalltown Community College is your ticket to endless opportunities. Our dedicated faculty and diverse programs are your pathway to success. Whether you're pursuing a career in healthcare, industry, or earning your AA degree, MCC offers the flexibility you need. We provide convenient online classes and locations in Marshalltown and Grinnell. Picture yourself thriving at MCC. Your journey begins now. Discover more at MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
Welcome in to Bobcat Live. We are inside Rosie's at Wayward Social. will take the three. Boy, that's a pure bucket right there. The season is underway tonight inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse as the Bobcats take on the Roosevelt Roughriders. Brandon Lewis, Dylan Doze alongside me. Great to have you here for the season tip-off here tonight. Let's take a look at our keys to the game here tonight with Dylan Doze as we get ready for tip-off. Your keys.
Yeah, the keys to the game for the Bobcats, it's the Phoenix High Five, and really that's pointing to the new offense called Phoenix. You'll see that 4 out, 1 high, and Kyle Smith is going to be playing in the wing off the ball, unlike what he had to do at JV. And then second, Roosevelt, it's Brandon and Dylan, right? It comes down to we don't transfer. We're always here.
And Roosevelt doesn't have us, right?
That's right.
Roosevelt will control the basketball to begin the game. We are underway in the high school basketball season on the boys' side of things. A drive on the right side, kick back to the right high post. A shot comes from inside, and it's going to be good. Scored in by Tyron Wright, who played at Des Moines East for the Scarlets last year. And just like he did last year, he scores the bucket early on for the Riders against the Bobcats.
Yeah, you're going to have to move from driver's permit to driver's license because that's a man down there.
Corey Smith almost lost the basketball, gets it to Giannetto in the near side quarter, dribbles out of the pressure. He's up to the top of the key, over to Rogelio Serra. That one not touched, out of bounds, into the stands. Turnover Bobcats, who is 7:15 first quarter. It's 2-0 Riders on top of the Cats.
You see it already. Roosevelt's going to be aggressive on the perimeter defensively. It is going to be all physicality. Bobcats cannot shy away.
Kyle Smith out high, guarding on the wing. They try to pass inside. That one off the mark into the pep band, and a turnover on the Riders. Back to the Bobcats. So a turnover on Remy Taylor, and Carter Giannetto will control the point. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt being put on now.
Yeah, you're going to want to clear. This is just a man-to-man press. You just want to break that.
We'll get it over the timeline, and a 10-second violation is going to be called. 24 on that shot clock. And so a violation of the Bobcats. Turnover by the red and blue. Back to the white and dark blue for the Roosevelt Roughriders. As Roosevelt written across the front of their uniforms and those white numbers. Into the backcourt, the ball put in play to Jaden Davison from Charlie King. Davidson running the points. King cuts around. Off a screen, they go the opposite way of him. Zone defense right here will help.
Yeah, they've been playing a lot of box and one as they've started. Usually Corey Smith taking a man-to-man.
Just inside the right wing, a three is no good by Bell. Saved out of bounds by Jaden Davison. Back to the top of the key. Remy Taylor down the right side. He stops, picks up his dribble. Lamar Johnson did a good job to cut him off, but he fights for the rebound, and Remy Taylor puts it back in for two. It's 4-0.
Bobcats want this game to be in the 50s, but you can't be afraid to push the pace, especially with the size discrepancy.
Lamar Johnson out high will turn it over. A little bit of a bad pass from his teammate and Kyle Smith. Scramble on the floor. Boy, Giannetto did a great job to try to get that one away, but could not do so. Handoff up high across midcourt to Davison.
Really tough start for the Bobcats. Seem out of sync on offense, too small on defense. But, yes, so it looks like they're playing a box and one defensively. Another rebound.
Rogelio Serra stepped in the way of Remy Taylor's runner. It was no good, but the rebound and putback is in there, and it's good for two by Tyron Wright as his second bucket of the game. And now Wright has a rebound on the right side of the bucket as that one rims out. Quickly in transition, Davidson into the paint, spin around move. Giannetto guards, it's off the mark. Bobcats scramble for the rebound. It's off of Rogelio Serra as Roosevelt will retain it with 5:11 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Bobcats playing in that box and one where they are guarding Charlie King one-on-one, and then they're zoning the rest, and they're having a terrible time rebounding out of that zone.
Catch and shoot by King, and it's a three on the far side corner. It is good, and we're going to have timeout on the floor as Charlie King drops in a three. Tyron Wright's got four, and the Bobcats down 9-0 first quarter. KFJB-TV.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
This is Galil Joy. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-tv.
Bobcats in an early hole with 5:04 to go in the first quarter. It's 9-0. Tyrone Wright has been a problem in the paint.
Yeah, they've really struggled offensively. We see defensively, they are just not boxing out, not getting on the glass, but offensively, there's a lot of over-dribbling, and they're trying to compensate from a very physical pressure on the perimeter offense, getting in the way of passing lane. Bobcats are going to have to look at back cuts and being able to use their aggressiveness, Roosevelt's aggressiveness against them. Now they're here again in that full-court press.
Corey Smith will be the man to inbound for the Bobcats. Out of the timeout, taken by head coach Michael Apple. Kyle Smith has it, gives it back to Corey Smith. Got to get over the timeline, and they do with 29 seconds left on the shot clock. At the top, Giannetto controls the basketball. Dribble to the left wing, handoff to Rogelio Soren. He'll pop out defensively with Wright. Drives to the free throw line. Picks it up. Looking for the three. Boy, good defense by Roosevelt early on here. Drop it in. Lamar Johnson, left block. Goes to work. Good hesitation move, but blocked from behind, out of bounds on Wright. And it will remain with the Bobcats. I like that move by Lamar Johnson. Good to get that defense off their feet right there.
Yeah, Lamar did a nice job, nice post up, able to gather himself, nice move, just the size of Roosevelt, able to swat it away.
5 to shoot now on the clock. Pass out high, catch and shoot. Got the feed from Rogelio Serra, no good by Kyle Smith. Rebound cleared out, goes to Javion Bell. Bell dribbles to the free throw line. Remy Taylor thought about the three in the near side corner, back out to King at the top of the key. Drop it to the top to Bell. Bell loses it, thinks it was, poked out of there by Kyle Smith from behind. And in a 9-0 ball game with 4:12 to go first quarter, that'll slow things down here. But Roosevelt, boy, I know they're on offense right now, but their defense has been very potent. They've guarded the three opportunities real well early on.
Yeah, very aggressive, putting hands on, physicality with the ball handlers makes it very difficult.
Boy, Wright just bullies Corey Smith to the bucket. A foul's going to be called on Corey Smith. That'll be his first of the night, and Wright is a grown man working inside there. 6'5" senior just bullied his way inside and drew the foul. The shot was no good.
Yeah, you and I could have him sign our permission slips. I'm telling you what. He is just, sometimes you just look over and you're like, we don't have one of those.
Yeah.
We don't have 6'5", 220. And 220 might be on the light side. He is big, strong, and has one mission, and that's to put the ball in the bucket.
Tyron Wright at the free throw line, misses the first one. Second one to come. Last year at Des Moines East, he was a 60% free throw shooter. Very surprising that he transferred, because it seemed like Des Moines East has things going, right? After what we saw, new coach.
It
felt like
definitely
things were
seemed
going
like
positive.
they were growing. They were ascending as we were descending last year, but definitely saw that they had something good going. But you look at this Roosevelt team, it looks like they've got something pretty good going as well.
Wright nails the second one. It's now 10-0. Over the timeline, the Bobcats into the front court. Kick out. Kyle Smith, three from his brother Corey Smith. It's no good. Rebound by Remy Taylor. He'll push it up court over to the right wing to Braden Page. Drops it in low. Hesitation move. Think we're going to see a foul again on the Bobcats as Javion Bell hesitated and then went up with it. And the foul is going to come in on the Bobcats. Number 1 for Rogelio Serra.
Yeah, you look right now, you see Kyle Smith over 3 from threes, but Coach definitely wants him shooting 7 to 8 threes a game. He's got a great stroke, and you saw they broke the press and got a really nice shot as he misses the first free throw. It just didn't go. But on this end, you see the Bobcats just jumping all over the place, almost like little kids trying to bat at the ball. They're not playing with solid base. They're not rooting people out in the post.
Javion Bell, a really good piece to the Lincoln Rail Splitters last year. Misses both free throws. Nobody boxed out. Remy Taylor, and the putback is good for 2. He's got 4, and it's 12-0. Roosevelt on top of the Bobcats first quarter. 3.5 minutes to go. That one off the back of the iron and rolls around in. It is good. The bucket. First one of the night for the Bobcats. His first varsity bucket for Kyle Smith. 12-3.
What I love about Kyle, he's got a ton of swag, and just because he's 0 for 3 doesn't mean he's going to stop shooting.
No, he will not. A drive inside by Jaden Davison, and that one is good for 2. His first bucket of the night. Jaden Davison last year averaged 3.3 points per game, a 5'11 junior this year. Just checking in, and that's going to be a travel. Jacob Hayes trying to fake the defense, but also shuffled his feet as he did so. Turnover Cats, 14-3 with 3 minutes to go first quarter. I mean, I don't know what their transfer portal ranking was, but it has to be the best in the state.
It's pretty darn good. Johnston's pretty good with Cavill and Houston going there, but this is pretty good.
Yeah. I want to see that matchup. Roosevelt and Johnston this year. I don't think they play. Miss inside. Javion Bell gets his own miss, but loses it. Bobcats get it back quickly in transition. It's a 2-on-2. Kick out Rogelio. Thought about the 3. Drive space slide. And now to a cutting. Jacob Hayes. Count the bucket. It's good. And Hayes with his first varsity bucket of his career as well. 5 points for the Bobcats now. 14-5 our score. And a turnover on Roosevelt Bobcat basketball.
What you're seeing right now is the Bobcats are now used to the press, able to handle the press. Once they break it, they've got numbers. In the last 2 times, 2 out of the last 3 times, Jacob got the ball a little bit late and ended up traveling 2 plays ago. But this time, able to get the nice layup. Bobcats have found if you can keep control of the ball, break that press, opportunities abound.
Giannetto over the 10-second line into the front courts. Over to the right wing, kicks it left wing to Kyle Smith. Now to Corey Smith, but it's into the Roosevelt bench. 14-5 is our score, 2:12 to go. You see that last kick out right there, Rogelio Serra on the drive, and then the nice cut. And a 2-point bucket for the Bobcats. Nice play right there by Jacob Hayes. He was 3 of 4 against Iowa City West from 3-point land. That's a long 2 by Remy Taylor as he's got 6 in the game. It's 16-5 now, Roosevelt, as we are under 2 minutes to go first quarter. Giannetto left wing kicks over 3. That one does not draw iron. Rebound, Remy Taylor takes it himself up court to nobody. Actually into the pep band. That was... intended target was Zaj Collins as he's checked in for the first minutes here tonight. He's a little bit of a problem, too. 6'5 senior. He had 7 points, 3 rebounds in the first matchup against the Bobcats. Did not play in the second one, but he averaged a little over 5 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, and he can be a contributor for the Roosevelt Roughriders as well. As it looks like we have a substitution into the game. Jacob Thiessen, senior at 6'3 for the Bobcats, going to check in. Did not play last year, but he's one of those guys that Carter Giannetto convinced off the golf team to come out.
Yeah, we've had success with some golfer basketball players back in the Grant Griesel days, but definitely some skill and athleticism back there.
Bush is going to be called in the backcourt on Braden Page, his first foul of the night for number 4 on the Roosevelt Roughriders. That's just the first team foul. Again, 16-5 is our score. Bobcats trailing by 11.
Yeah, it's been a real tough start to the season for the Bobcats.
And over across court to Giannetto over the timeline. Up court to Lamar Johnson. Kicks out left wing 3. Splash!
That kid's going to be a good one. Kyle's going to be a 20-point scorer by the time his career's over.
6 points already here in the first quarter for Kyle Smith. Lamar Johnson almost a push from behind. He got a piece of that putback by Levi Kimsey. And Kimsey with his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, you get 6'5", 6'7", and this is the 3rd time in the row Bobcats haven't had their eyes open. Miss layups.
NBA 3 by Carter Giannetto. He joins the 3 party. 3 threes for the Cats, and they're back within 7.
Off air, I said Bobcats need to hit about 12 to 15 threes to win this one.
Remy Taylor tries to answer. That 3 is no good. About a 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so Roosevelt will get it back. Quick catch and quick shot from the right high post. Now rebound out there to the left wing. It's good, and another three for the Bobcats. Jacob Hayes with 5 tonight. Bobcats back within 4. It's 18-14.
This is how this team is going to win this year. They've got shooters everywhere.
3 right wing. That one is off the mark. No good by Dang Guy, who played at Des Moines Lincoln last year. Bobcats can play for the last shot.
You got timeouts to use.
Lamar Johnson gets it over the midcourt line. Jacob Hayes drives baseline. Last shot of the quarter, and the Bobcats ended on a big run as Jacob Hayes with another bucket. He has 7, and the Cats down by 2. It's 18-16. We head to the second on KFJB-TV.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
My name's Carter Giannetto, and you're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-tv.
Boy, the Bobcats were in a hole early on, but 18-16 on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard as we go to the second quarter scoreboard update on KFJB-TV, all brought to you by Central State Bank.
All righty, big shout out to Brooksy. Baxter leads Colonesco 27-22 in the second. Johnson leads Waukee Northwest 12-7 in the first. West Marshall leads Iowa Falls Alden 24-21. Dike New Hartford over East Marshall 19-14 to round out the scores. Actually, Fort Dodge and Clear Lake are tied at 4 at last recollection.
Bobcat basketball as we start the second quarter. Into the backcourt they go. Giannetto will control the basketball as he dribbles to the left wing. Handoff. Rogelio Sarid. It looked like, I agree with you, Dylan. It looked like he was slapped on the wrist right there by Dang Guy, but no call. And the Bobcats keep the basketball. 7:52, second quarter. Bobcats can take the lead or tie on this possession. Jacob Hayes, right wing, pass to the top of the key to Corey Smith. Smith looking like he's wanting to drive into the paint. Bounce pass over to Rogelio Sarin.
And Sarin this year, his role is to rebound and play defense.
He's a facilitator on offense, right? He's setting
yes.
other guys up. Corey Smith, good rebound inside, but he has his pocket picked by Dengai. There's a travel.
Oh,
no
my
call.
gosh.
Up to King. Layup is good. Boy, that's 2 points as a gift.
It happened right in front of the side ref, and he's blown 2 calls in a row.
Dylan, did you just call out the ref? That doesn't seem like anything you would ever do.
I didn't use his name nor his location, just on the court. But there's a travel. The other side sees it. Doggone it.
Travel is going to be called on the Bobcats, Jacob Hayes.
And that's 5th turnover for the Bobcats.
Javion Bell will inbound from the far sideline. 7:02 second quarter. Bobcats down by 4. Up to Dengai. He'll bring it over the timeline. Up to the left wing, guarded by Carter Giannetto. He's going to drive down the left side, kicks it out left wing to Bell. And now Guy will switch. And it's Dengai, far side corner 3.
He was ready, too. He got it right in his shooting pocket and lifted and scored.
Jacob Hayes thought he was going to try to answer. He did not. Up top of the key to Corey Smith. Drives in, kick out, extra pass. Good ball movement off the iron. Good job by Rogelio Sarin. Got the rebound, put back. He had it blocked, but the Bobcats keep the basketball. No look pass over to Kyle Smith. Drives in, and he's going to be held. And the foul on Roosevelt's going to come in, as that one will be on Charlie King. That's first.
That's going to be a fun matchup here in the next couple years. Seeing King King and Smith playing each other because those are two gifted 6'3" guards here in Central Iowa.
Giannetto on the right wing. Handoff up high to Jacob Hayes. Rolls off a screen from Rogelio Sarin. There is definitely more movement in this offense than I have seen in the past few years from Bobcat offenses, which is fun to me. Rogelio, come on! Oh, in and out for Rogelio Sarin. Left wing three was no good. He said, I'm open. Why not? Dang guy, baseline drive, and dang, that guy is good.
That's what happens when you hit a three. Then you go out, rushing out to the corner, not going with good base and balance, and just went right around Sarin for two.
5 for Guy here in the second quarter. It's 25-16 our score now as Roosevelt leads it. Inside the roundhouse, Kyle Smith, 3, right wing no good. Rebound brought in by Jay Bell.
And I don't think there's any bad shot for him, but he just seemed to catch that on his hip and gunsling it up there. Could have got that better later.
Shades of rail splitters. Is that one coming from Des Moines Lincoln on the left wing? Dang Guy, no good. I mean, that is one thing I love about playing Lincoln is you see the most ridiculous three-point attempts. And dang Guy has brought that right here to Roosevelt.
The Des Moines public school system. North will throw them up. They're not afraid.
Bring out that 4-point shot.
It's Rock and Jock from 1992.
It reminds me of when you're heating up. You actually press the wrong button when you're at midcourt. You know what I mean? No, I didn't mean. That's just a regular Super Tuesday night for Lincoln, though.
That's right.
5 minutes to go, second quarter, 25-16 our score. Bobcat basketball. Giannetto over the midcourt stripe, gets it to Rogelio Sarin. And not on the same page. They were looking backdoor there. Giannetto didn't have his head up as that went off the mark, and a turnover on the Bobcats.
And last year when the Bobcats were most effectively rolling was when their post players would be able to be a good pass facilitator at the free throw line. Now that was Dalen Houston, Prince Jala, both gifted passers, no longer here. Rogelio is going to have to grow into that role.
Jane Davison passes left wing over to Braden Page. Back to King. Now around the perimeter. I think that was a travel. Yeah, it was. Javion Bell will turn it over. Bobcat basketball with 4.5 minutes to go. Lamar Johnson is back into the game as Jacob Hayes will check out for the Bobcats, who are trailing by 9 right now inside the roundhouse. They were trailing just by 2 as we went to the second quarter. Up court pass to Rogelio Sarin. Gives it back to Corey Smith, who will bring it up. We've seen a lot of backcourt pressure early on here today. That seems like something we'll probably see out of a lot of teams against the Bobcats this year.
Yeah, and once the Bobcats broke it, they got a lot of great offensive opportunities, and they're effective with that first and second pass.
Lamar Johnson's going to be fouled from behind by Charlie King. That's number 2 on King.
Yeah, that's that other thing is once you're able to control that basketball with that type of pressure, you're going to see a lot of those type of fouls. And with number 11 already with his second foul in his first varsity action, that's a big miss. They're going to keep him out there. A lot of trust in number 11.
That's number 4 here in the second quarter. Keep an eye on that. We do have that change in free throws. So 2 free throws will come with 5 fouls. So that is something to keep an eye that will change the game. We talked a little bit about that with Coach in the pregame. Giannetto off of his screen. It's picked away by Jaden Davison. He goes up, spin move. The layup is no good. Corey Smith from behind got the rebound, but Wright will push him from behind, and that's 2 fouls here tonight on Tyron White. And that's the 5th foul. I think because that was...
It's 2 shots.
Okay.
And this is the rule where there's no longer a one-on-one that I think is going to have a huge implication at the high school level.
And by the way, the 1-on-1 and then the double bonus, I just kind of get tired of that. It's like, just let him shoot.
Yeah, exactly. 1 is I like it better just generally in basketball, but 2, you see maybe some lesser quality free throw shooting at the high school level. The promised 2 shots, I think, will have an effect late in games.
Oh, yeah, especially, yeah.
And we may see this right if Corey's able to get the second one, because traditionally this would have been in that 1-on-1 because you count first quarter and second quarter fouls.
Corey Smith last year did not make a free throw. And so far this year has not either. We'll see if he can make one right here. Takes his time. Second free throw's up, but it's no good. Lamar Johnson trying for the rebound, could not get it. So 0 for 2 at the line is Corey Smith in transition. Quick pass up to King. He tries to feed it over left block. It's picked up by Kyle Smith. He'll push the issue. Kick out. Giannetto wide open. Back of the iron, no good. But Corey Smith with a tough rebound. Kyle Smith, 3, right wing. It pops off the backside. And rebound brought in by Braden Page for Roosevelt. Now pick Giannetto. He's got numbers. And he pushes it inside. Left-handed layup from the left side is no good. In transition, up court to King. He'll go inside. Charge is going to be called. That's number 3 on King.
I will take it. I think
Rogelio was set.
I think he dove. I feel like he was falling backwards. I think he was set, but I think he actually started leaning before he was touched. But I'll take it. 3 fouls early on number 11, and I'm okay to be wrong on that one.
So back to the Bobcats. Kyle Smith picks up his...
Call timeout.
Yep, there is a timeout called. There's 3 seconds just remaining to get it over the timeline. We'll take a timeout with them. 3:05, second quarter. Bobcats trailing by 9 on KFJB-tv.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Hey Bobcat Nation, it's Jacob Hayes. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-tv.
25-16, third quarter, 3:05 to go before the break, and the Bobcats hit a bunch of threes there in the first quarter. Have unfortunately not found the hoop here in the second quarter, and that's the thing, is that you can live or die by the three, and sometimes you're dying with that three here in the second quarter.
Yeah, definitely. But defense has been better here in the second quarter. Rebounding's been better. Only giving up 7 points here.
Rogelio Saren's going to be trapped way up high, trying to step through it, and a travel's going to be called. Turnover on the Bobcats.
That's turnover number 7 by my estimation. And really what is happening is you're having post players having to go get the ball. Rogelio is used to playing that 4 or 5, and he's now having to make basketball pass dribble decisions out on the perimeter, and Roosevelt's just feasting on it.
Any way to get past that, or is that just kind of his role?
I think really what it comes to is he's getting bumped off his spot, and it's because they're allowing the ball to get trapped. You got to move that ball much more quickly, get it side to side.
Davison over to the left wing. They move the ball around the perimeter inside. They'll drop it to Javion Bell. He has the ball poked away. Rogelio Saren comes up with it. Lamar Johnson gets off the deck as he was knocked over. Carter Giannetto over to the left wing. He hands it up. No, he keeps it himself. Will drive baseline. He's kind of pushed a little bit, leans back, and that one is no good. Jumper from just outside the left block. Up court quickly. The pass goes to Remy Taylor. Drives inside. Has it ripped away by Corey Smith. Good defense. Corey Smith knows the defense is not there. Reverse layup is no good. A great take, though. I like the hustle.
Yep.
And now the Bobcats, I believe, going to have a foul called on them as Lamar Johnson pushed a little bit from behind. And no, they say the foul's going to be on Kyle Smith.
Yeah, Kyle got him and diving to the floor. But you see the 7-footer back there for Roosevelt, Durar, as he didn't get the block, but, man, he made Corey go to the other side of the hoop, and he couldn't finish.
Jody Durar, yeah, he's checked into the game. We'll take a timeout. 1:47 to go before halftime. Bobcats down by 9 on KFJB-TV.
As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Also, meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. You will also absolutely love their daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, including endless pizza by the slice. You choose the toppings. Wayward Social is now open at 11:30 a.m., 7 days a week. Wayward Social on South 6th Street in Marshalltown.
This is Jacob Thiessen. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-tv.
1:47 to go before halftime. Cats still have not scored here in the second quarter as they look to find a bucket. Timeout was on the floor by the Roosevelt Roughriders and head coach Joe Kadich. You know, last year these two teams met, Dylan. They split during the regular season as the Bobcats will face Roosevelt later this year. Coming up for Roosevelt, the Roughriders, they take on Des Moines North on Friday. Meanwhile, for the Bobcats, they've got 3 games this week. They take on the Newton Cardinals inside the Roundhouse on Thursday night. And then on Friday night, we've got doubleheader girls-boys action from Urbandale. So looking forward to that. Turnover on the inbounds. Corey Smith inside. And a foul is going to be called to reach back in on Braden Page. Boy, I didn't really see a whole lot of a foul there, but the official from the back,
on Corey.
Yeah, he stuck a little elbow right there into Braden Page. Page was looking back with his hands up like, what?
Yeah, I got shoved.
He's like, I got to know. I got a bow dropped right to the chest. Here's Corey trying to make a free throw. And boy, I don't know. He does not have the luck when it comes to free throws. Apparently 0 for 3 here tonight and did not make one last year.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a knuckleball. It's a very light rotation.
Deep breath, Corey. Deep breath. He's got good form.
Yeah,
it just won't go in. He's 0 for 4.
Yeah, he's had some opportunities here in the second quarter to tighten this game up, and nothing's fallen. Defensively, he's played really well.
Yeah. 3 from the left wing, splash out there for Remy Taylor. And he continued his hot night of shooting. He's got 9, and it's now 28-16. Bobcats trailing inside the Roundhouse by 12. Kyle Smith, basketball, top of the key. Bounce pass over to the right wing to Jacob Hayes. And I believe we're going to see a reach-in foul. Was it on 0?
It's number 4.
It is on number 4 in Braden Page. So he'll pick up another one. And more free throws. That's his 3rd of the night. So both Page and Charlie King in foul trouble for Roosevelt Roughriders.
And that's going to be Roosevelt. Roosevelt may have some effectiveness this year determined on how they want to call the hand check, because they play very physical, hands-on, outside of the three-point line. By the letter of the law, that's a foul every single time.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, depending, especially the more you get around the Metro, they'll let you play that way a little bit more. So Roosevelt may have nights where their backcourt's in some foul trouble.
Kyle Smith, 2 of 2, and the Bobcats finally have a point here in the second quarter. As, I thought that was good help defense, putting a little pressure on Roosevelt as they brought it up court on the far side. Foul is going to be on Corey Smith, though, as that will be his second foul of the night. And the Bobcats, I think, good call right there to try to get that defense.
Yeah. Well, and I thought they made a stop there. That looked pretty clean.
Dang guys check back in, and he's wide open for the 3. He did not take it. I don't know what that is, but a little short pass.
To the 7-footer.
Yeah, to Chudier Dorar. And Dorar with a 2-point bucket. It's good. 30-18, Bobcats lose the basketball. Got to get it back over the timeline here. Into the front court is Corey Smith. Kick over to Rahelio Sarin. Drive baseline. And, boy. Up and under Rahelio with his first bucket of the night.
That's what we call clean living. He had an in-between step, kind of threw it off spin. And, of course, nothing but net. Barely hit that.
Dengai picks up his dribble on the left wing. Gets a handoff back. 3 from straight on off the left side. Rebound by Durar. Kick back out to the left wing. Final shot of the first half. Three. Pops in and out. It is no good. And a rebound put back by Durar. And it is good for two. Bobcats just couldn't catch a break right there. 32-20 is how we end the first half as the Bobcats head to the locker room at the breakdown.
Yeah, it really came down to not boxing out on those last two plays, but we had multiple opportunities on the line and on breaks to pick up 6 to 8 points. Bobcats couldn't do that. They find themselves down a full dozen.
Coming up, halftime stats, adjustments for the second half. Plus, we will check in with a scoreboard update. That's all ahead. Halftime from the Roundhouse as the Bobcats trail by 12 on KFJB-TV.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Scouts in Marshalltown go on fun adventures. Scouts learn about the outdoors. Scouts learn character building. Scouts learn citizenship. Scouts learn life skills. Scouts learn to be leaders. Scouts go to fun summer camps, and Scouts get a head start in life. Marshalltown has produced over 200 Eagle Scouts in our over 70-year history and have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community. To learn more about joining Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure on!
This is Lindsay, Director of the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The holidays are a very special time at the Embers. We decorate the common areas with beautiful, festive decorations. Our residents personalize their apartments with their own decorations too. Family members from around the area and the country come to visit their loved ones. It's a fun time of the year, full of warmth. This time next year, you could be decorating your own apartment. Wishing you a safe and Merry Christmas from the Embers Retirement Community.
KFJB-TV presents the Bobcat Halftime Report.
Bobcats at the break, down by 12. It's 32-20. It was just a 2-point game at the end of the first half, but Bobcats stats at halftime. Leading scorer Kyle Smith with 8. He has a couple of big threes made. That's the thing, that Bobcats hit some of those big shots in the first quarter with those threes, but then unfortunately kind of the well went dry in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's really those threes that were open. They didn't do as good of a job with the press in the second as they did in the back half of that first quarter. Definitely those shots were not open, not knocking them down when they were. But I thought Kyle played really well, missed his first three, but kept that aggressive nature. But that includes on the defensive end. He had about 3 or 4 steals, able to lock down Charlie King, his counterpart, picked up 3 fouls trying to guard him. But we talked a little bit about this. 7 points returning without Trey on the court. 7 points. 15 of the 20 points here tonight are from 2 sophomores. So the Bobcats have some young talent and really hoping that we can get this going in the right direction in the second half.
Yeah, that is for sure. The only field goal in the first half the second quarter came on this play right here by Rogelio Sarin. That was his only bucket, but it's hard to believe only one made field goal, couple field goal free throws made by Kyle Smith. But you think it's Roosevelt's defense or just shots not falling there in that second quarter?
So looking at it offensively, yes, the size and the pressure has really affected the Bobcats. It seems that points are in a rush, or they'll get their eyes down where there may be a clean pass or a clean opportunity if they keep their eyes up to get a quick bucket. So I really think it's a bit of both. One is the physicality of Roosevelt's defense puts them in a rush. But secondly, the Bobcats have to keep their eyes up and have to attack the rim.
Remy Taylor with 9 leads Roosevelt. 32-20 is at the break. We'll take a timeout. We'll talk to Brian Murphy, head coach for the Marshalltown Bobcat girls basketball team, when we come back. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
At Honest Heating and Cooling, they take comfort seriously. Their latest offering? Smart Integrity Monitoring. Combined with an honest maintenance plan, it takes all the guessing out of home comfort. Their technicians take accurate measurements of all the necessary parameters and deliver you the truth about where your home's comfort stands. If you're not measuring, you're just guessing. That's honest. Get a Smart Integrity Monitoring plan and let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7. Honest Heating and Cooling.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Boy Scouts of America, Adventure On. Edward Jones, Zach Wall, your financial advisor in Marshalltown. Embers Retirement Community, independent living for active seniors. Honest Heating and Cooling, let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7.
And welcome back here at halftime as the Bobcat boys find themselves down to Roosevelt 32-20, but I'm joined by Brian Murphy, Bobcats head basketball coach on the women's side. Lost 44-13. It was kind of a struggle offensively, but looking at this team, I was really impressed with primary ball handlers here tonight were Millie Heitman and Amara Johnson, the freshman Amara Johnson. But Millie Heitman last year played the wing a lot, but because of some injuries, is really the primary ball handler. What are you seeing in Millie's development from last year into this year?
Yeah, I mean, Millie's really starting to see the floor pretty well. You know, and the biggest thing with her is, I mean, she's got the size to see over the top, and now we got to get her in the right spots to maybe to execute this pass a little bit better. And certainly, you know, we're trying to get as many people the ball in their hands as possible to get that ball moving a little bit, especially against a team running a zone like Roosevelt.
And then you look at that other side of Amara Johnson coming off. She's got a little bit more of that wiggle and a little bit more of that movement. What can you say about her as a freshman?
Yep, I mean she does a nice job of you know, trying to get into spots and using the dribble to get into her, and you know, certainly we're trying to get her to recognize that you know, that ball flow is something we got to kind of find your shots a little bit within the offense and try to recognize that sometimes once you get in the paint, it's that next kick that's going to create a shot for somebody else. So you know, and it's their second varsity game, so that'll come.
Yeah, and you look at that, a lot of triage for the Bobcats. A lot of people not in uniform. No Kinsley Bowie, no Sarah Huffman, no Sydney Capeyu. Do you have any time frame on when you're thinking those young ladies may be available?
Well, hopefully Sid will be back at practice tomorrow. She went home sick. You know, we're right in the heart of flu season.
Yes,
this is kind of the reality of basketball. You know, Kinsley, we're hoping the next week or two we'll see her, and you know, beyond that, we're just kind of taking it one day at a time and trying to, you know, we got Newton coming up Thursday, so we got to kind of focus on who's on the floor there, and so certainly we're hoping Sid's back, and you know, Kinsley will be back as soon as we can. So,
well, it's been a ton of fun to watch these young Bobcats. Thank you so much for your time, Coach Murphy, and we'll see you Thursday.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
And we'll be back with the second half.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
With over 10,000 cars at our disposal, Jensen Ford...
Hold on. That's not really how we do things at Jensen Ford.
How about, it's never been a better time to buy a brand new...
Yeah, we don't really do that either. When you're ready to buy a car, we'll be ready to help.
Try this. We'll get you in and out faster than a speeding...
We don't do that either. At Jensen Ford, we'll take as much time as you need to find the right vehicle. We're not just moving cars, but we're building relationships.
Oh, maybe more of a... This is where your family buys their vehicles.
There you go. More like that.
Back Back inside the Roundhouse, 32-20 Bobcats trailing. Central State Bank scoreboard updates. Dylan?
Speaking of Urbandale Friday, Ankeny Centennial leads Urbandale 32-25 at half. West Marshall trails Iowa Falls 33-40. Johnston 20, Waukee Northwest 18. Newton 16, Grinnell 13 at the half. Baxter 35, Colonesco 26 at half, and Clear Lake leads Fort Dodge 29-19 at halftime.
32-20 is our score. Bobcats down by 12 as Jacob Hayes with 7. Kyle Smith with 8. We'll see how the Bobcats do. Second half is next right here on KFJB-TV.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
What up, Bobcat Nation? This is Jose Vargas, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-tv.
32-20 at the break as the Bobcats will start on defense to begin the second half as they trail the Roosevelt Roughriders behind head coach Joe Kadich as Michael Apple in his 6th year for the Bobcats. Down at home tonight, got to get some of that hot shooting. Bobcats in that first half, Carter Giannetto with 3, Kyle Smith 8, 2 for Rogelio Sarin, and 7 for Jacob Hayes. Rogelio Sarin on the defensive side going against Wright, and Wright gets the better of him. We saw Tyron Wright after a couple buckets go quiet there in the second. He's got 7, though, now tonight.
Yeah, Rogelio had him started outside of the block, but Bobcats aren't going to just can't allow him just to take 2-3 dribbles and just back him down.
3 on the right wing is no good as that one rims out straight on as Roosevelt has the basketball in transition at the free throw line. It's Javion Bell and a 3-second lane violation on the Roosevelt Roughriders. Turnover back to the Bobcats. 7-18, third quarter. Inbound to Carter Giannetto.
Yeah, they're trying to front him, but Wright gives himself such a great opportunity to get the ball. Bobcats are going to have to help down on him.
Into the forecourt, hands it off to Kyle Smith. Over to Corey Smith. Dribbles to the free throw line. Loses it. Backside left wide open. It's Rogelio Sarin. 4 points for him.
That's what Rose game's going to be this year, is get those buckets around the hoop. Those little garbage time buckets, and that's where we'll be successful.
Giannetto gets a hand in the face, but it's not in time as Remy Taylor knocks down his second 3. And they ruled it a long 2.
They're going to call it a 2. He was on the line.
Long 2 for Remy Taylor. 36-22 the score. Bobcats trailing at home inside the Roundhouse. White tops, white bottoms. Bobcats written across the front in blue, outlined in red. Giannetto left wing. Looking to get it to Lamar Johnson. He cuts up high to the left high post. Hands it back off to Giannetto. Giannetto bounce pass. Kyle Smith, 3. Right wing, drops it in. And Kyle Smith with his third 3 of the night.
There's going to be nights where he's 7 of 21, and there's going to be nights that he's 10 of 15. He's just got to keep shooting. Good
and
foul.
Rogelio Sarin wraps up Wright, and Wright wants to maybe duke it out there.
I think Wright just wanted to make sure Rowe knew he was 6'5". I don't think he just like, I'm going to be right there for you.
See Rogelio Sarin's last bucket. Wright he took exception to that hold right there by Rogelio Sarin. That's just his second of the night. So Tyron Wright at the free throw line with 6:01 third quarter. 11-point game.
I like him better at the line than on the block.
60% free throw shooter, and he nails the front of the iron, no good. He is now 1 for 3 at the stripe.
I was questioning your eyesight there at the beginning. I thought you said he nails it, but no, you got to the front iron part. I was like, no, he did not make this.
Second one pops in and out. Remy Taylor, though, all over it for the rebound.
And they're getting just pounded on the glass.
Yeah, quite the disparity, most likely. I think Bobcats maybe got a piece of that shot, but the putback is good by Jay Bell. That's his first made bucket of the night.
If you're 5-6 inches shorter than the opposing team, you can't find yourself flat-footed as well, and that's what's happening to the Bobcats.
Giannotto with a hook shot as he goes down to the right block. A little scoop and score action. Couldn't get it to go. Lamar Johnson hit the deck trying to get the rebound. Beat out, though, by Bell. Bell, left high post, just shoots over Kyle Smith. And the rebound by King. Nobody boxed out. It's good for 2. And King now with 7 in the game. It's 40-25. Bobcats almost turned it over in the backcourt. Giannotto comes away with it over the Bobcat logo at midcourt. Picks up his dribble, left high post, hands off to Kyle Smith, and a travel up high.
Yeah,
he does not like the call.
He didn't like it, but it sure looked like he took a step and maybe a little bit of a skip before putting it down. But the Bobcats, it's going to be easy what they're going to focus on tomorrow. This may never be a great rebounding team, but tonight it's not just about size. It's about positioning and effort at points. Bobcats are just getting killed on the offensive glass.
King off of a screen. It's going to be an illegal screen set on right, and that's his third of the night on the big boy, number 23.
It felt like the offense really was moving well when Jacob Hayes was out there as well, because he gives them that fourth shooter.
Yeah.
And right now, offense is just kind of stagnant.
Kyle Smith over the timeline. King all over him. In transition, King slacked off at a 3. In your eye, says Kyle Smith, his 4th 3 of the night.
You and I have seen him do that at the JV level all of last year.
Yeah.
He is not afraid of the big spotlight, and he'll shoot it.
He is knocked down on this play. Lamar Johnson with the rebound and right with his 4th. Time to right, kind of giving the official the business down low. And we're going to see a timeout from the official and a substitution here. Checking in is Levi Kimsey as he'll check in for Tyron Wright.
He is going to be a problem for whoever they play. He is a load, but still skilled.
A little undisciplined, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got to be a little more disciplined. Lamar Johnson, extra pass down low. And Rogelio didn't have his hands up, not ready to receive that one right there. That could have been an easy backdoor play if they did convert on it, though. That was good ball movement.
Yeah, one of the things Bobcats, when they've broken the press, it seems they're just a half second too slow. That pass doesn't move quite fast enough, and they're unable to get that bucket.
Levi Kimsey was open for a wide-open bucket backdoor, but Lamar Johnson flailed in, knocked it away. So good defense right there to save an easy bucket. Lamar Johnson, he's trying to fend off Javion Bell. Inside, count the foul right there. The shot will not go, though, for Javion Bell. 2 shots on the foul as Lamar Johnson picks it up for the Bobcats, as that will be his first of the night.
Lamar Johnson is a very tough kid, listed at 6 foot. Not sure if he's quite 6 foot. Tonight may be the tallest task, both literally and figuratively, he'll have all year. They go 6'5", 6'5", 6'4" in the starting lineup. They bring off the bench 6'5", 6'7", 7 foot. And he's trying to be the man on the glass. Had a tough night. Really like his activity level, though, even though it hasn't been very successful for 41.
Rogelio Sarin checks out. Jacob Hayes checks in for him. First free throw was good for Bell. Second one no good. Corey Smith with the rebound for the Bobcats. It's 41-28. Corey Smith over the timeline as the Bobcats trail inside the roundhouse. As he was trying to get it to Lamar Johnson, I think that might have been poked away. And a turnover. Good job by Corey Smith. Hustles back. Remy Taylor not able to try even the free throw attempt. Giannotto trapped in the near side quarter. Kyle Smith saves it from going out of bounds. And now Roosevelt tosses it away down to the other end. So the Bobcats catch a break right there with 3:43 to go, third quarter. As check it out is Javion Bell. In for him, checks Zaj Collins. And the Bobcats have it. Get this thing back to 10 right here would be key.
Yeah, it just feels like they're close to making some big plays. Just need to knock down some shots.
Giannetto dribbles to the left wing. Hands it off. Jacob Hayes back to the top of the key. Trying to get Giannetto open off of some screens, but he'll drive baseline, up and under. No good. Lamar Johnson, though. Rebound. Putback is good for 2. And Lamar has his first bucket of the game.
As a short guy, you can never be afraid to get your shot blocked. Just keep attacking. And that's a big 3 there.
Jaden Davidson, his first 3. First bucket of the second half. He has 5. 14-point deficit in transition. Nope. Way off the mark. Does not draw iron. 3 left wing by Jacob Hayes. No good. In transition, Davidson thought about the 3. Didn't. Kicks it down to the right block. Layup is no good. Kimsey gets it. Put back. No good. Rebound. Kyle Smith.
One of the things with both of the Smith brothers getting quite a few rebounds, they can grab and go.
Oh, why not? Off the left side of the iron. No good. 3 from straight on by Kyle Smith.
Tonight, I think you're really seeing where there's been some good shots. There's been some contested ones, but when Trey Brooks comes back, those are going to even be more open. Anticipate the Bobcats shooting the 3 ball even better moving forward.
Remy Taylor missed the shot. Bobcats got the rebound. They have the ball on the offensive side. Head coach Michael Apple wants a second to think about it. We'll take a timeout with them. Down by 14 on KFJB-TV.
This is Brady from Legends American Grill. The holiday season is upon us, and it's time to book your company or family get-togethers today. Legends has 2 private party rooms available to help ease with the stress and make your party a success. We even offer party package deals and banquet options to help with your planning process. Call Legends at 641-752-1237 and book your party today. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Kyle Smith. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-tv.
Up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, Bobcats trailing it 44-30 is our score inside the Roundhouse. Bobcats will be back inside the Roundhouse coming up on Thursday night. It'll be Newton Cardinals in town, but then the next Bobcat Live, it returns coming up next Thursday as Coach Mike Apple and the girls basketball team as well as some others. Brett Umpton Band will be there. We'll talk about that. That's coming up next Thursday, 6 to 7 on KFJB-TV. Baseline right side down to the right block. Kyle Smith, count the bucket and 1 coming here. You like that drive by the young sophomore.
It was a great back cut, and that's what you have to do with aggressive defenses. Beautiful little pocket pass, and then Kyle able to contort his body while still getting it clean off the glass and getting the bump and the bucket. See if he can do the 3-point in the old-fashioned way, as they say.
Kyle Smith last year didn't make a bucket at the varsity level, and so this will be his third free throw of the night. This one is off the mark. No good for Kyle Smith, but he has 16 tonight.
Yeah, he was falling away on that one.
Bell inside. He's going to be fouled by Kyle Smith. That'll be his second of the night.
Bobcats have done fairly well for themselves. That's 3 in the quarter. No one's really in foul trouble. We've got a trio with 2.
So at the line is Javion Bell. Shooting 2 on the shooting foul, and it pops in and out, no good. And so far tonight, 1 of 5 at the stripe. That's been one thing, Roosevelt, not real good at the stripe tonight.
Bobcats haven't done very well either. Calvin Murphy's rocket record is safe. He shot, I think, 95% back in the day.
And off the back of the iron, that second free throw is not good, but he hustles for the rebound. And a foul. Going to be called on Jacob Thiessen as he's checked in for the Bobcats, a senior. Commits the foul for the Bobcats' first one of the night, actually. Fourth one of the quarter here in the third. Bobcats trailing at 44-32, 1:43 to go, third quarter.
Roosevelt really dodging a lot of this. Bobcats struggling to score, so even with the foul trouble.
And a three, left wing, poured in by Josh Collins. He shot it just from 17% out there, but it gets his first three of the night.
Roosevelt's shooting it better from three than from free. They are hitting quite a bit of threes from all over the place.
Kyle Smith up high, loses it. Might have been poked away by Ivan Carla. Down to the left block, drives Giannetto, turnaround jumper, no good. And we're down to our final minute here in the third quarter. And nice cut by Kimsey. It's good for two.
That cut is so difficult to defend when you cut in from that far side and flash into the lane. That is tough. And then add that you're 6'7". That is really difficult to defend. Great job by Roosevelt.
Kimsey with 4 points. And the Bobcats trailing now by 17. Travel by Rogelio Sarin. He was being guarded by Javion Bell. Shot clock is turned off, and the final shot might go to the Roosevelt Roughriders.
That particular referee has called 5 travels tonight. You know, certain people have their rule that they like, they want to focus in on, and it's definitely traveling. That was a clean travel, but he's called all of them here tonight. One thing we talked about off air,
you're
actually.
good at something, though. I mean,
you got to go. You got to lean into it.
Yeah.
We talked about this off air as we loved how much the ball was moving. But here, late in the third quarter, the ball has been dead. A lot of over-dribbling, not a lot of movement. Bobcats with bad shots.
Javion Bell kicks it right block. Remy Taylor for two. It's good off the glass.
And I think this is what we're seeing. It's now 19 that the Bobcats have to be able to find offense somewhere, somehow.
Giannetto calls for a screen. Going the other way off of a left high post, off the back of the iron, no good. Just over a half-court shot. That is no good, and we head to the fourth quarter, 51-32. Bobcats trailing to the Roughriders in the season opener on a Super Tuesday on KFJB-tv.
Some drivers trade cars every year or every other year. Some drive their cars till they drop. Whatever kind of driver you are, Lennox Employees Credit Union is here to get you into the car for your style of driving. You're invited to go to our website, lennoxecu.com, for membership eligibility and loan rates, or call the office to talk to a loan officer. The loan process is quick and easy. Low auto loan rates from Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA.
This is Corey Smith, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-tv.
Back inside the Roundhouse on KFJB-tv, 51-32. Scoreboard update all brought to you by Central State Bank.
Iowa Falls took care of the Fighting Brookses from West Marshall, 60-45. Clear Lake 60. Fort Dodge Dodgers couldn't dodge the loss, 66-30. Colonesco leads Baxter with 6 minutes to go, 53-50. Waukee Northwest leads Johnston 29-28. And we still have Centennial leading Urbandale 32-25 at the half.
And Bobcat ladies fell 44-13 earlier tonight. And they're now 500 on the season, a mark of 1-1. Bobcats open up fourth quarter, final 8 minutes inside the Roundhouse in the boys' season tip-off on a Super Tuesday. I'm Brandon Lewis. He's Dylan Does. Giannetto into the paint. Kicks it down low. Left block. Up and under. No good for the senior and Jacob Thiessen. Good pass. Bobcats just can't get it to go. Remy Taylor in transition. Gets it to Wright. Wright will go back down to the right block. And Remy Taylor dribbles it out. Reset the offense. King top of the key. Over to Bell. Back to Remy Taylor. Off the screen. Left high post. Does not draw anything except the bottom of the net, but it didn't go through. 51-32. Back to the Cats with 7:24. Lamar Johnson's back into the game. Jacob Thiessen will check out.
This is where you're looking. You've got to find good shots, and those threes will all open up when you're able to touch the paint. You've got to get that dribble drive into the paint and then look.
Giannetto brings it up court. He is going to be fouled by King, and I believe that's his fifth.
And that's a tough call. It's his fourth. That's a tough call. That looked clean.
You're right. That is Charlie King's fourth foul. Bobcats get it inbounds. Giannetto in the backcourt. Now into the front court. Over the Bobcats script on the near side. Hands off Kyle Smith. 3. Got a little help from Johnson. And Kyle Smith, his 5th 3 of the game for the Bobcats.
I love that you shouted out Lamar Johnson there. That pick's a huge thing, giving Kyle just a little bit of wiggle room to shoot.
Right, going to work down to the paint. He is out rebounding 3 Bobcats, and his putback is good for 2. That, you just can't teach height, Dylan.
Height, strength. If I ever need a couch moved. My goodness.
6.5 to go in this one. Bobcats down big, 53-35 on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Hi, this is Lamar, and you're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-tv.
Take a look right there. Yeah, the pep band trying to pump up that student section. Bobcats still trailing at home on the opening night of the high school basketball season, 53-35. Timeout taken by the Bobcats right there. What do you think Coach is saying to his team?
I think it's coming down to you've got to be able to box out. You've got to be able you have to eliminate second, third, fourth opportunities there, and then you're going to have eyes up, look forward, get into the lane and kick.
By the way, love the hockey Bobcat uniforms that the pep band wears.
Oh,
right?
It's
a great look.
Well, technically, wouldn't it be a hockey sweater?
Yeah, 3, 6th of the night. Dylan, what are we up to?
We now have 7. We have 8. We have 8 threes tonight, and I said we needed 15. So if we get 7 more, I think we'll win.
I think so, too. Remy Taylor puts an end to that, though. A dribble drive, and he hangs in the air right in front of the iron, drops it in for 2. And Remy Taylor, he's quietly one of those players who just does a really nice job for you. 15 points for him here tonight.
He's 6'4", but his wingspan, I'd love to see, that stat. I bet he's more about 6'7" with that wingspan. All arms and legs, really fluid, great balance.
Turnover, Remy Taylor on the breakaway, and he can't hit the layup. Here comes the Bobcats. It's a 2-on-1. Giannetto up to Lamar Johnson, and a little bit of a bad pass. Lamar had to stop, but a good job trailing. Rogelio Sarin with 6 tonight as he gets in there for the rebound putback. Bobcats down by 15. Only got 7 threes to get back into it. Lamar Johnson is down on the ground. I think Tyron Wright put an elbow right into his chest. I'd like to see the replay on that one right there because, boy, the way that Lamar just went down so quickly.
And then he was clutching up here at his higher part of the chest. That's where Lamar's got to get over much quicker on that because, man alive, you get there late. He felt all of it.
Well, good thing Lamar Johnson okay right there.
Rogelio Sarin here tonight with 6 points. That's a career high for the senior.
Bobcat basketball on the baseline.
Say tonight I felt like we did pieces better than I thought we might.
Yeah.
And there's definitely some things I'm a little disappointed in.
Well, especially, I thought the first half did a really good job to break the press. 3 from the left wing. Kyle Smith pops in and out. Good rebound by Rogelio Sarin. Gives it free throw line. Jumper rattles around, and it's home for Kyle Smith for 2. And now a pick on the inbounds. Corey Smith picks it up to Carter Giannetto. This could be huge right here if you get a big bucket.
Yeah, there's still almost 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, still a lot of time to go here inside the roundhouse. Corey Smith dribbles to the right high post, picks it up, back to Rogelio Sarin. Drives in, picks it up. That's got to be a little more with a purpose. 3 off the right side of the iron. No good by Kyle Smith. Rebound, Roosevelt up to Remy Taylor. Remy Taylor back to right. Now kick, Javion Bell, near side. The spinner 3 is no good. And Javion Bell saves it going out of bounds. That was going to be off the Bobcats, but Roosevelt retains possession. Baseline drive, up and under, no good. Bobcats get the rebound.
I thought Corey's spot.
Up court. And just off the fingertips of Jacob Hayes. That one just a little bit strong and high. Good opportunity on the run out, but just couldn't convert.
Number 30's used to being on the throwing side of that. He needed to come down with it. But I think Corey's played a really good game here tonight. Won't show up in points, but I think his defense has been solid. Rebounded. He's competed on the glass better than many for the Bobcats.
Yeah, that is for sure. 57-42, 4:03 fourth quarter, a timeout on KFJB-TV.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
What's up, Bobcat Nation? This is Ryan Schmidt, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
57-42 is our score as the Bobcats trailing it big at home here as Roosevelt will have the basketball on the right side of your radio dial on News Talk 1230, KFJB AM, 93.9 FM, as well as on KFJB-TV. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Get upcoming game alerts and support Bobcat Athletics here on KFJB-TV. 3:48 and counting, fourth quarter. Bobcats have struggled with the size of Roosevelt here tonight. And down low, good play by Jacob Hayes. Got in there. Dengai could not convert on that shot underneath. Corey Smith with some fancy dribbling. Kick, but Rogelio. Boy, man, got to get those hands up. Bobcats got bailed out right there. That one poked away.
Yeah, it's Corey's done a really nice job at different levels, but if you're in the post, you've got to be ready, hands ready to put in the bucket.
Catch and shoot off the inbound. Splash! Big one right there for Kyle Smith.
He has got 7 3-pointers. He has 19 in the second half, 27 for the ball game to lead all scorers.
3:12 to go in the basketball game. Timeout's going to be called by the Roughriders with 3:10 to go in the basketball game. We'll take a quick timeout with them as well. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV. Pushed out of the pocket. Barker is chasing him. Getting it to him. Wade throws late over the middle field. Is it picked? Do the Bobcats have it? Yeah, they do! Take a look at the student section right there and join this one as Kyle Smith's put on a show. Corey Smith, as he steals the inbounds, misses the layup. Boy, that would have been a nice bucket to draw the Bobcats back within 10. Can't get it, though. Giannetto guarding on the guard in Jaden Davison. He swings it to Bell, left wing. He's going to drive all the way in, and Rogelio Sarin stepped in the path, got a piece. Count the bucket for Bell. It's good for 2, and he'll go to the free throw line, which will probably not be good, but the bucket will count. Just kidding. But he is 1 of 6 tonight.
Well, let's hope that's 1 of 7. That's our hope.
No.
Nice work.
Mm-hmm.
The reverse jinx.
Down by 15. Bobcats at home tonight to start the season. Give and go. Rogelio Sarin block shot. Bell blocked that one by Rogelio down on the right block, and Rogelio frustration foul from behind. He'll pick up another one.
Yeah, he had the nice drop off there. If he would have went up, he had the drop off to Hayes right there. Bobcats, it feels a little robotic down low tonight.
Rogelio is third. He checks out. Lamar Johnson is in for him. 2:35 to go in the basketball game. Turnover. Corey Smith comes up with it. Davison with a bad pass there as the Bobcats got it. Giannetto left wing. Drives in baseline. Floater splash. Gets that one to go. Carter Giannetto, a quiet night. His first bucket of the second half. That's just something the Bobcats can't have. He can't have a night where he's only got 5.
And that's the big thing for him. I think he's better off the ball there's
not controlling it on the guard.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
I like him off the ball. I like him coming off of picks, kickouts. When he has to dominate the basketball on the offensive end and facilitate offense, I think he's a little bit less effective. Corey Smith has done a great job of really facilitating here tonight.
Well, it definitely takes you places, right?
Yes.
I mean, you've got your mind on other things than just catching and shooting. 2 free throws on the way, and Jaden Davison knocks down the first.
And I will say Carter's the one that probably, and that's even by coach's own admission, he's having to take a step out of his role to carry the Trey minutes.
Free throw is off the front of the iron. No good on the second one, so splits him at the line. Bobcats get the basketball. Giannetto going to be trapped here as that one. Officials going to get together. See that last shot by Carter Giannetto there as Bobcats got that one to fall. The officials get together and say it is Bobcat basketball. Inbounds pass near the Bobcat bench goes into Carter Giannetto. Lane opens up, and the layup is off the back of the iron. No good.
We are snake bit at some level here.
Yeah, that is for sure. Javion Bell, scoop and score, good for 2.
It is basically 6'4" long. 6'4" long. Yeah. There's about 8 of them.
And it looks like we have a timeout. As we'll take it with them. 1:32 to go up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. Bobcats trailing 63-47 on KFJB-TV. 63-47, Bobcats trailing inside the Roundhouse. Bobcats just took their final timeout of this one here tonight, Dylan, as, maybe the game a little bit out of hand, not using that timeout to extend the game, but, a situation where the Bobcats maybe getting some of their starters out here as we see Tate Ring, Ryan Schmidt, and Davis Ragland all checking in. Gatlil Jor siding as well as Jacob Thiessen.
As we said, let Jor soar.
That is for sure. Oh, I thought we were going to see Jor soar right there.
Davis Ragland out there. It's been said he plays basketball the way he plays football.
Layup is missed by Roosevelt. Ragland got it. Up court, he will try to go. to Tate Ring out of bounds, and a turnover on the Bobcats with 1:10 to go.
Yeah, if you know the golf team or you know the football team, you know 4/5 of the people out there. A lot of names in different jerseys. Of course, Ryan Schmidt was a qualifier at state this year in golf. Jacob Thiessen as well. So
yeah, Ryan Schmidt going to go play golf at Bemidji State. Their mascot?
What is the golf? Bemidji, the Midgiers? Paul Bunyan?
Beavers,
all right. I'd like to know what the golf season is up there. Is it like from late June to early August?
Well, they are the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference, but I think they play in the South.
Okay.
I don't know if there's many home meets.
Bemidji State in name only.
63-47, Bobcats trailing. Some of the reserves in here late. Tate Ring with a nice block shot. 3, left wing. Desmond Campbell, a late addition in here. And he'll drop that one in for 3.
They have hit a ton of threes here tonight. A great job by Roosevelt. This is an impressive team. We knew they were the best team in the public school system, but I think they're a better team than a lot of other places as well.
Oh, that's not a dunk.
You went viral last year for calling it for no selling an alley-oop.
They tried the alley, but it was an alley layup.
Yes.
As Rorar has 6 points in the game.
And he had 2 big buckets at the end of that first half when the Bobcats had gotten it into single digits again. Yeah. Durar's played, he didn't play a lot of minutes, but he played some important minutes.
Why do you try to always bring up my lowlights, but you never bring up my highlights?
Everything's a highlight with you. You went viral. I think you buried the lead. There were thousands upon thousands of people on the Twitterverse. It legit went viral.
I love reading the comments when people were trying to figure out what my call meant.
Yeah, there was a lot of, here's the prototypical home team no-selling the opposing
It had nothing to do
dunk.
with that. Nope.
I just remember looking at that alley-oop. You could see it coming together like 3 seconds ahead of time. You're like, you knew it was going to be bad.
This is somebody's going on a poster right now.
Yep. I'm putting
they
this
were
up
getting
on
the
my wall.
poster ready before the dunk was even over with.
What they should have done is take a picture of us calling that, and then we could have our own poster.
Ragland gets 2 free throws, can't hit either of them. Bobcats get the rebound, and time will tick here, and that will do it. Are they going to count it?
Yeah.
They will count the 3. So Jacob Thiessen, how many threes did we get tonight?
All right, we had 3, 4, 6, 9. We had 9, 4, 7. We had 9 threes. I had 9 threes for us.
Just short of your 12.
Yep. No, I lied. We had 10. We had 10 threes tonight. So I think we will see a 15-3 night here.
Good. 68-50 the final score here tonight as the Bobcats fall to the Roosevelt Roughriders. Bobcats drop to 0-1. Riders are 1-0. Good effort here tonight. I thought, like you mentioned, the ball got a little sticky. Ball movement wasn't quite as good as Corey Smith walks on by the camera as Jacob Thiessen hit that 3 right there at the end. But an 18-point loss. Thought it could have been a little bit closer had ball control and movement been a little bit better tonight in the second half.
Here's the things that didn't go well. Is it comes down to Wright is a huge individual. They were getting 3rd, 4th opportunities on the glass. They hit a ton of threes themselves. Bobcats, when the ball got sticky, like we said, they weren't moving that ball. It slowed down. They missed a lot of inside opportunities as well. And then shots just didn't fall late. Bobcats lost by 18, but I think there are definitely some things to work on, some things to be proud of, but also this Roosevelt team, as we've said, as we've been texting back and forth even this week, this is a good basketball team. that's going to get a lot of W's on the road.
We will head to the locker room report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. That's coming up next, right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Ready to take the next step in your education? Look no further. Marshalltown Community College is your ticket to endless opportunities. Our dedicated faculty and diverse programs are your pathway to success. Whether you're pursuing a career in healthcare, industry, or earning your AA degree, MCC offers the flexibility you need. We provide convenient online classes and locations in Marshalltown and Grinnell. Picture yourself thriving at MCC. Your journey begins now. Discover more at MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
Welcome into the Locker Room Report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown, 14 East Southridge Road. 68-50 up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. Our final score here tonight. Bobcat leading scorer was Kyle Smith with 27 points here tonight. Very impressive in his first varsity points. He played in 5 games last year, did not score, but you can really see that growth and development from a freshman to a sophomore season.
Yeah, he's got a ton of swag. No spotlight is too big. When you need a shot, he wants to take it. 6'3", lanky, can shoot off the bounce, can also get it off of curls, off of screens. He was really good in the second half. Didn't shoot a high percentage, but definitely showed who he is as a player.
Disappointing aspect was Carter Giannetta only with 5 points here tonight. And I know he has got that task where he's running the point, so that adds to it. Also, Jacob Hayes had 7 in the first half, had 0 points in the second.
Yeah, he had 7 in that first quarter in his first run at the varsity level, and then just didn't ever get back in the rhythm there in the second half. But, that's his first varsity action of his life. And I thought, you get that first run, then you try to get off the bench, get back in. Sometimes it's hard to regain that rhythm.
And I thought Rogelio Sarin, he chipped in 6, thought he had some nice bright spots. I think this is a building block for him, though.
Yeah, I think he was never really allowed to shoot. Now he's finding, hey, I'm the garbage man. He and Lamar Johnson playing some similar roles. Anything around the bucket, I want to make it go. I definitely want to shout out Corey Smith. I really thought the ball in his hands.
Rebounding.
Defensively very good.
Yeah.
Attacked the glass defensively. And when he was bringing it up, he's got great court vision. We didn't really get to see that in years past just with his role, the amount of time he played. But out in the open space, being able to grab the rebound and go, thought he made some good decisions on the offensive end as well.
We'll get a scoreboard update, and we'll name our player of the game coming up next right here on the Locker Room Report on KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Jensen Ford, with you every mile along the way. Legends American Grill, Marshalltown Steakhouse. Lennox Employees Credit Union, LinuxECU.com. Marshalltown Area Chamber. Marshalltown, more than ever. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction.
68-50, the final score up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. Let's get a regional scoreboard update tonight, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you. Locations in Ames State Center and in West Des Moines. Dylan?
We have Newton leading Grinnell 42-41 with 45 seconds to go. Marshalltown faces Newton on Thursday. Johnston takes out the Price Sanford list. Waukee Northwest 51-46. Ankeny Centennial 64 over Friday's opponent Urbandale 51. Dyke New Hartford 72. East Marshall 49. Baxter comes back to beat Colonesco 64-60. And here's the score that I've been told, according to their Twitter, is correct. Mason City 81, Des Moines North 14.
Wow, that's kind of a shocker.
I am trying to clarify if that's girls or not, because Mason City's usually pretty good on the girls' end.
Yeah.
But I don't know much about Mason City's going to be a totally brand new team. They played a ton of seniors last year.
Yeah, they did. That is for sure. It is time to name our Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill Player of the Game. That's right. Each week, Calvin Rocket awarding a free handheld sandwich to the Bobcat Player of the Game. Player of the Game tonight, 27 points, Kyle Smith, as he also went 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Just a really good performance by the sophomore.
Yeah, I thought he did really well, very active with the hands on the defensive end, did some nice things on the glass as well. But really it comes down to his swag and his confidence, being able to rise up, knock down 7 threes here tonight in his first varsity start.
Pretty impressive, that is for sure. He is our player of the game, all presented by Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill in Marshalltown. Open for dine-in, patio, or to-go. Visit them pre- or post-game. Hey, we are going to chat with head coach Michael Apple coming up next on the Locker Room Report right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Hey Bobcats, this is Garrett with Calvin Rocket. I'm happy to partner up with KFJB and continue the tradition of Bobcat Player of the Week. Follow us on social media for all your Calvin favorites, news specials, and exciting news that's coming down the road. Stop on in and give us a try. We're open Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., and starting September 10th, we'll be open on Sundays for the start of the NFL season. We'll see you at Calvin Rocket, and go Bobcats.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
Back in on the Locker Room Report here on KFJB-TV as our postgame chat with Coach Hall, presented by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. Well, Coach, 27 points tonight from the sophomore who we saw Kyle Smith last year play as a freshman. Didn't score any points last year. You could tell he was trying to work in, get comfortable. Boy, when he gets an open look, and we saw some, Lamar Johnson was setting some screens, helping him out there late in the game to get open and get those looks. I mean, he's what you call a sharpshooter.
You know, he is. He's got the ability to score the ball, and he got it going tonight, and our guys did a good job of finding him and feeding him the ball and getting him open looks.
You know, here tonight, you go against a really big team in Roosevelt. We talked a little bit about that height and that advantage. I thought early on, ball movement by your team really well, and then I thought about, getting the boxing out and the rebounding aspect, but I don't know if it was them kind of wearing on your guys a little bit as the game went along, but they really took that to their advantage late in the game.
Yeah, they did. It was hard to keep them off the glass and getting those second chance points that they got, and just the dribble drive penetration. That was kind of the difference in the game tonight.
And when you look at that from a coaching perspective, you can't coach Lamar to be 6'8".
No.
You can't coach those things. So what are some of the keys on that you're trying to instill in the Bobcats there in the third, fourth quarter when they've been worn down by 6'5", 6'5", 6'4", 6'7", 7 foot, all across the board?
Yeah, we need to do a better job of blocking guys out right away. Kind of 2 arms, forearm, checking them first, get them out of there. So they're not, they don't have that ability to just reach up there and grab it. You got to get them out of that paint, and it's hard to do. It's easier said than done. But the effort was there tonight. I thought our guys played extremely hard. If they keep giving that effort, we'll be just fine.
Yeah, and you talk about again getting those box outs, things like that, but. Looking at that's just a very physical Roosevelt team that includes on their defensive side when they're pressing. But when the Bobcats really started clicking is getting past that press, and then I was quite impressed with just the ball movement.
Yeah.
The ball wasn't sticky very long, and it seemed everybody was looking to the open person.
Yeah, we did it. We did a nice job with considering how much they're handling us. We got to clean a few things up as far as how many turnovers we had. But early in the year, that's going to happen, especially when you play a physical team and a long and athletic team like that who's getting into you. But overall, I was proud of how we handled it once we kind of broke that press of getting in our offense and, moving that ball off our initial action.
Day of practice tomorrow, and then you end the week with a game at home against Newton on Thursday night, and then on Friday night on the road at Urbandale. I think that's kind of a plus to really get those games, get your guys going here?
It is. I just said, we're proud of our coaching staff's really proud of how hard we played. We never gave up. And just keep giving that effort. And, we have one day to recover here, and then we get to play another game. So I think that is a bonus for us. And we got to be ready to go for Newton.
Sounds good, Coach. We'll see. It's the Cards and the Cats coming up on Thursday night here on KFJB-TV. That is our post-game chat, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services. This is the Locker Room Report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors on KFJB-TV.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Also, meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. You will also absolutely love their daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, including endless pizza by the slice. You choose the toppings. Wayward Social is now open at 11:30 a.m., 7 days a week. Wayward Social on South 6th Street in Marshalltown.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
Back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse on KFJB-TV. Brandon Lewis still in dose alongside me here tonight as the Bobcats fall in their home opener 68-50. All right, cleared up. We did get a clarification on that Mason City score.
I'm not going to throw Brooks under the bus, but 81-14 was Mason City girls' score, which does not surprise me over North. And Des Moines North boys won 81-58 over Mason City, which makes a little bit more sense. And Grinnell, in the under a minute, took the lead and defeated the Newton Cardinals 43-42.
All right, so 2 0-1 teams will match up on Thursday night. Inside the Roundhouse, we'll have coverage for you here on KFJB-TV. Pregame show will start up right around 7:15. Tip-off at 7:45. Should be a good one, as always, between the Cards and the Cats.
That's a fun matchup.
Yeah.
It is. It's not the same conference or anything. A couple years ago, we went up there and maybe 3 years ago, one of the craziest atmospheres, seeing the Bobcats lose. But it's always a hard-fought contest, easy for me to say. But I think it's going to be a big game here in the Roundhouse. Come on out, but if you can, of course, tune in to KFJB-TV.
Yeah, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Get upcoming game alerts. Thanks so much to our great staff on KFJB-TV here tonight. As our producer tonight on KFJB-TV, Zach Tomish, as well as on camera, Jesse DeMeyer, as well as Keith Stewart. Jeff Brooks back at our KFJB radio studios. For Dylan Doze, I'm Brandon Lewis. Once again, a final score tonight. Bobcats fall by 18, 68-50. As the Roosevelt Roughriders down the Bobcats as they drop to 0-1. They face the Cardinals on Thursday. You've been watching Bobcat basketball Super Tuesday action on KFJB-TV.
Today's game on KFJB-TV was brought to you by Assured Partners, Boy Scouts of America, Edward Jones, Agent Zach Wall, Embers Retirement Community, Honest Heating and Cooling, Jensen Ford, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wayward Social, Zeno's, Wandering Creek, Wells Fargo Advisors, Laurel Diesel Services, Calvin Rocket, your Marshalltown Hy-Vee, Central State Bank.